In this episode of Financial Control for Life, we're going to show you 2 ways to protect everything you've worked so hard to build. As business owners, we all focus on what we need in life to create happiness and passion. And what I teach our clients is that we also need to focus on protection and creating a financial plan that's built on a solid foundation. And one of the keys is proper insurance, protection. So you always have a paycheck, which is important to keep your business going. With life insurance, there's times that you need to have term insurance, and there's times you may need to have whole life. So the goal is to teach you a little bit about the difference between term insurance and the uses that term insurance have and whole life insurance, and when is it right to have whole life versus term. Term insurance is a term, which means that you purchase this insurance if you were to die in a certain period of time. Typically, term insurance can be a 5-year term, a 10-year, 20-year, 30 to 65. It is renting versus owning, which means you're renting a house, versus whole life, which is owning your insurance, meaning you're owning your home, you're owning your insurance. Term insurance does not have a cash buildup. The only way it's going to pay out is if someone passes on during that term. It's very useful for people that can't afford whole life and they need protective insurance that's cost effective for the business. It's awesome for buy-sell agreement, which means if a partner of a business does pass on, there is money to keep the business going or buy out the shares of the spouse. There's lots of usability in terms of mortgage insurance. It's very affordable, or a young family just starting out, they need to get that term insurance to protect that mortgage. So there's lots of uses. The other neat thing about term insurance is if you have it in place, you can convert it into whole life, which means it gives you that ability to kind of own your insurance and build wealth for your future. And if you ever become uninsurable, like such as having cancer or other illness, it allows you to convert that with no medical. So it's a phenomenal way of getting whole life later in the future. Whole life has the ability to build wealth. It can be used in the business as well for buy-sell, but it has to be affordable and has to be something that you can continue paying for a long period of time. When we do strategy sessions with our clients, we focus on what is the right protection. And do we do term insurance or do we do whole life? And we love whole life because it gives us the ability to create wealth and accessibility and money for capital expansion and income in the future. And it has a death benefit, which really is a living benefit because it's not going to someone who passed, it's giving money to people that are living, so it creates legacy planning and wealth transfer. The differences between the two, yes, whole life is more expensive, there is more premium, but so is that house of buying that home. And you don't pay a home off in a year as you don't pay your whole life in a year. It takes time. But as it grows, it starts to create more and more wealth and more money you can access for more opportunities in your business or also even personally. Term insurance is great because yes, there's a temporary need. And in my situation, when I was so excited about whole life, when I learned about it through that difficult time with one of our businesses not doing well, I could only afford to get term insurance. But the goal was I wanted to get whole life, but I had this neat vehicle now because if I became uninsurable, I could still get whole life. So what I did is I started to convert all my term insurance, and I don't have any more, into whole life as I had more cash flow coming in. So it could be a great solution for you as a business owner to start with term first, and then we start converting it. But the goal ultimately is looking at what your needs are and making sure that we're helping you achieve those goals with solutions. And by selecting the right policy that's great for you and your needs, and making sure we have the right protection in place for your business or your personal life, we're now one step closer to creating financial control for life.